Hello, Ron, and everybody else that's following the reconstruction of this 1957 North American. This is a molded plywood boat. It was built on a male mold that was the shape of the inside of this boat, and multiple layers of Philippine mahogany were applied. One of the layers, so you can see how thick or how thin this is. This one is 50 thousandths. There were 2 layers of 50 thousandths, and there were 3 layers of 70 thousandths used on this boat. An inner layer of 50 thousandths of an inch, and then the next layer of 70 thousandths, and then 50 thousandths, 70 thousandths, until we got to the final layer, 5 layers of 70 thousandths of an inch again. So we're reconstructing this. This was involved in an accident, and this boat has won 61 awards at various wooden boat shows all over the country: Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Lake Tahoe, Tavares, Florida. This owner has been all over the place with this boat. So he bought it new in 1957, and he spirited his wife. He didn't know she was going to be his wife. She told this young lady that if you want to learn to ski, you need to get out of that boat with those 2 guys and get into this boat. So this boat has a lot of history. We are on the second layer. The first layer was 70 thousandths thick Philippine mahogany, and I can show you that it was that layer is very flexible, that thin layer. And we have now applied a second layer over most of it, over this portion right here. There's a second layer, and this second layer is made out of, it's actually a plywood, and this plywood is 59 thousandths of an inch, 1.5 millimeters. And so this layer is going down, and it's being applied, being bonded with West System epoxy, when we get this layer completely on, then we will be putting another layer crossways, and then we will do another layer of the ply. We're just going to pretend this is ply for a moment, crossways this direction, and then we'll do a final layer of the veneer, and that'll be going back the original direction that the boat was originally built in. And that's all Philippine mahogany. So the inner layer now is going to be Philippine mahogany, and the outer layer is Philippine mahogany. And we used Hydrotech plywood, 1.5 millimeter, for the 3 inner layers to do our buildups. And I want to show you how rigid this, with just 2 layers of this is right around 70 and 60, 130 thousandths, which is around 1/8 of an inch. This is extremely rigid already, and we've got 3 more layers to go. We're taking a lot of extra special care on this second layer because it does push against the first layer. So we've put these bands on, and we use wedges to make sure that this layer is completely tightened down to the layer below it, but not applying any extra force. You'll notice, you might want to look at our pictures on our website as well and see how we built ribs inside the boat, and we built and then we put in battens, the battens running these directions. You can look back at some of the other photographs and see how we made our male mold, and on the next layers we're going to be starting to use a stapler and plastic staples to fasten this together. So the process should speed up as we go forward. This is called cold molding. When the boat was originally built, it was hot molded. It was it was done in much the same fashion. The strips were laid on, stapled in place. They were slathered up with a heat-activated glue. This was put in a vacuum bag inside an autoclave, and once a vacuum was pulled on this to press everything in place, like we're doing now this way, once everything was pressed in place, the autoclave was turned on. That created the steam, brought the heat in, heated the hull up, and caused the glue to activate. Then that was cooled off. This was rolled out of the autoclave and popped off the mold. The decks were added, the transoms were added, and pretty soon the boat was ready for sale. So this has been quite a project, and we're very proud of our work here, and we're very excited for Ron that he's going to have this boat back in the water and making the show circuit once again very soon. Thank you for your time, and come visit our website, peruse our website at Woody's Restorations.